What's up, guys? AW here, or bringing you It's All About Wrestling. It's All About Wrestling, episode 45. And on this subject, we got a lot of things to talk about. So I know it's a Tuesday. I usually do the show on Mondays. The reason I moved it to Tuesday to today. Dream I had yesterday with a friend on. So I moved the stream to today. And on this stream, on this episode, we're talk about the releases of NXT, especially on the management side, and Samoa Joe. The Royal Rumble, Impact Women's Champion Micki James is in the Royal Rumble. What could this mean? Sasha Banks out from 6 to 8 weeks, so potentially 2 months. What this can mean at early Rumble participants. We'll talk about early Rumble participants, specifically the women. Seth Rollins is on SmackDown, but he's not particularly on the brand. He's just been there. We'll talk about that. We'll go over wrestling over the week and include Walt yesterday. So we'll go over NXT. Excuse me for a sec. NXT. New Year's Evil. AEW Dynamite. Smackdown. And yeah, that's it. So yes, once again, welcome guys. So let's talk with the main subjects here in my title, and that is Micki James and the Sasha Banks stuff. So as you know, on Friday, we first got the first introductions of who's going to participate in the Women's Royal Rumble. And then yesterday on Raw, we got a little bit more of who's going to be in it. But we know Lita's going to be in it now. Lita is going to be in it. But, so I'll go through the participations, the list of participations right now. Participants. So Dana Brooke, Tamina, Natalia, Shotzi Blackheart, Dewdrop. No, not Dewdrop. So probably Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan enter. Who else? And the women's Rhea Ripley, Nikki Cross, Queen Selena, Carmella, and then we got some returnees or one time, like the Bellas are coming back, Kelly, Michelle McCool, Lita, Summer Rae, yes, Summer Rae. But that was not the big news. The big news was Micki James. Impact World Women's Champion in the Royal Rumble. This caught everybody off guard in the wrestling world. Micki James being in the Royal Rumble. Like, How is this possible? WWE collaborating with AEW with Impact? WWE willing to collaborate with other promotions like they have been, but especially with Impact? Yeah, like I was shocked. I'm like Mickey James, Impact World Champion, Women's Champion in the Royal Rumble. Like, what does this mean? WWE collaborating with what? With Impact? We know what Impact collaborated with AEW, and AEW did not really help Impact grow. Didn't really help. Not the slightest bit help Impact grow at all. But I'm sorry if I'm not as talkative. You know, I wasn't thinking of doing a stream, but you know what? I decided to. But yeah, okay. But you know, I'm excited. Like a year ago when she got released, she was trashing WWE, and she got her like gear in the trash. Remember that? And she called him out on Twitter. Called him out on Twitter, responding to getting her gear sent to her in a trash bag. I mean, I'd be pissed off too if that was the case. And WWE did fire the person responsible for that, but this been apparently that's been going on for a while, for years. It's just that it got to a point where WWE, we just got to a point like this is not respectable. This is not. And Mickey James started to call him out on it, started to call WWE on it, and WWE got with and WWE is like, nope, we gotta fire this guy because it did not look good. It did not look good in the PR sense. Even though there's a lot of things you could question WWE in terms of PR and public relations, their image. And yeah, so no, look, I don't think Mickey James is gonna win the Rumble. Okay, it's not gonna win the Rumble. She's not gonna win the Royal Rumble. Let's get that out. Let's get that straight. She's not gonna win the Royal Rumble. But I think this is big, exciting. I don't know what this means really, because from what I read on Fightful Select, or from Fightful, like good buddies of Fightful, SRS, who reports has contacts within the wrestling universe, whether it's WWE, AEW, or whatever, as sources, said Mickey James may not have an exclusive deal with Impact or NWA. She may have, so she's allowed to go anywhere she wants. So I don't know if this opens up a forbidden door with Impact. I know Impact is advertising it as they should because it's their champion right now. It's their champion. I mean, I would advertise. They need all the press because AEW didn't help them, but having the WWE, maybe because if WWE cannot help Impact grow, nothing can help Impact grow, and that's just a state of facts right there. And but apparently it's a Mickey James contract. She's allowed to participate anywhere, so she's allowed to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if she's gonna come back, or it's just gonna be like this her in the Royal Rumble, and then she's gonna just go do Impact and other stuff. I think this is a one-time thing. Because if WWE really wants you, they'll sign you, but they won't let you wrestle on the independents or very in a company. Where Impact, AEW, and other wrestling companies will allow you to do that. Besides WWE, WWE will not allow you to do that. And what the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. But I don't know. I know Moose has called out Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, nobody wants to see that. But I'm excited for the Rumble this year. I think I think there's so many good matches on the Rumble this year. Look, we got the men's and women's Royal Rumble. The men's Royal Rumble, like, there's no surprises of it yet. We'll probably get some surprises, but there's really like no surprises. But we got Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I mean, heel versus heel, but I love Seth Rollins. I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers. Him and Roman Reigns. I think that's gonna be a good match between the two. I know Seth is still taking these on Raw, but I feel like they had Seth go to SmackDown because SmackDown lacks star power right now. Turns on the babyface side. They're struggling. They're struggling on the babyface side for star power. I think the Drew McIntyre injury really hurts SmackDown on the babyface side, and the Jeff Hardy. What happened to Jeff Hardy does hurt the babyface side. I don't think Seth Rollins was their plan for Royal Rumble to face Roman Reigns. I don't think that was the first plan, but fortunately Drew is injured and Jeff is well not WWE anymore. They had to go to like a plan C or something, and that's Seth Rollins. Which a lot of people are like, oh, the brand split, bullshit again. I'm like, guys, relax. The guys are like, no, let it play out. Let's see how it goes, okay? Let it play out first. We got the Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar stuff. You know, finally after people have been wanting this for some time. Lashley and Brock, they finally face each other. They've been saying this for 2 or 3 years. I would say this: the Lashley, they when they brought him back in, that Lashley was not ready for Brock Lesnar. The way they booked him, but since 2020 and so on now, this Lashley is ready for Brock. This is the kind of Lashley. This is how you build up Bobby Lashley for Brock Lesnar. Yo, I don't know if Lashley's gonna win. If Lashley wins the title, it's gonna be by probably some shenanigans involving that match or something like that. But the storyline, like, Brock is not taking Bobby Lashley seriously. You could tell, like, on last week's Raw and this week's Raw, he's not really taking Bobby Lashley seriously. Where Lashley takes everybody seriously. Brock is not taking him seriously. He's overlooking Lashley. Which is a mistake. I don't think he should overlook Bobby Lashley at all. What do you guys say? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a mistake at all. The Sasha Banks situation. Well, look. She's out 6 to 8 weeks, so technically, um, half a month to 2 months, right? This look. She won't. She probably won't be in the Rumble. I don't think she's in the Rumble. But she doesn't mean she still can't wrestle at WrestleMania. As you know, she hurt herself at a live event last week. Sprained her ankle or something, knee or something, and she's out 6 to 8 weeks. Look, this doesn't, like I said, it doesn't affect her WrestleMania outlook because she could be back by, well, mid-February to early March, really March. And they can have her somewhere, still have her somewhere at use her for WrestleMania. Somewhere if they plan on using her for WrestleMania in a large role, like I don't know where to go on the Raw side. She's not on Raw. On SmackDown side, you got Charlotte Flair. Toni Storm's been released. Naomi had an incredible match with Charlotte Flair. I wonder if they're building up Naomi to be the one to fill in Charlotte Flair, or that's the beginning of it, or in something like that. And have Sonya Deville keep screwing over Naomi until Naomi overcomes Sonya Deville and overcomes Charlotte Flair. Or, because Charlotte Flair's in the Rumble, so she's not having a title match at Royal Rumble. Unless she wheels her way into the Rumble match. Here's my hot take. I think Sasha Banks will be fine. She'll be back. It's not a long injury. Well, maybe she could still be shown live backstage or doing promos and build up something for her. But with that promo Charlotte Flair said on SmackDown about Raw and SmackDown champion into the Royal Rumble, she was trolling the crowd. I'm like, yeah, she was talking about herself, but then I'm thinking, you know who's also been Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion? I know Sasha Banks says, but I think she was talking about Bayley. I thought she was talking about Bayley there too. Like, I was thinking, oh, maybe this is foreshadowing for Bayley to return to Rumble. Maybe my hot take is Bayley is going to return to Rumble. She's going to come back as a babyface and win the Rumble. And I think Bayley is going to be the one to get. I have nothing to back this up. I have no sources to confirm. I think Bayley and Charlotte are going to down the road to WrestleMania. Bayley back as a babyface. Can you imagine the pop Bayley would get as a babyface? Yeah. I don't know if she'll come back with the ponytail, the huggable Bayley, I don't know. Maybe she'll come back Royal Rumble. You know what? Or not. I think there's a chance Bayley does come back at the Rumble earlier than their expected timetable, because the original thought was her injury will take her at least to past WrestleMania, but there's a chance she could come back at the Rumble. And it's good to see Lita coming back. Some way. I didn't think that was going to happen, honestly. So yeah, don't worry about Sasha Banks. If you're afraid she's gonna miss WrestleMania, she's not gonna miss WrestleMania. She'll be back next month. She injured herself in late December, early January, so she could be back by mid-February or late February, early March at the latest, and they can technically still build something for her while she's still hurt. So don't be afraid or worried about Sasha Banks, guys. I think she'll be fine. 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah, guys, like, but the Micki James stuff, I don't know. I really don't know if this means if there's a relationship between WWE and Impact Wrestling. I don't know. I think it's just based on Micki James's contract status that she's not a full time employee with Impact and she could go wherever she wants. I think that's the real reason she's in the Royal Rumble. So it's not really. So it's not really a partnership, a collaboration between the two companies. I'm sorry for that little yaw in there. But it's exciting. See what she could do. She's not gonna win it. You know what? Fuck it. No, nope. All right. So NXT New Year's Evo was last week. So we got the culmination of the Cruiserweight title and the North American title. Whoever wins, the title becomes one. And obviously, I think the smart choice was Carmelo Hayes winning here because I'm very high on Carmelo Hayes. I think he's a star right now, but he's gonna be like a mega star. He has all the talent, all the skill, the talent in the ring, the talk, the look. Yeah, he's a total package right now. He definitely has a future. And but yes. And then we got Matt Riddle and Imperium. Matt Riddle and MSK taking on Imperium and with Walter, right? With Walter. So Walter's looks like he's moved to officially has moved to NXT in the US. Where now he could be with a stablemate, Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. So yeah, so Imperium is fully together. Looks like I like this match. Matt Riddle wasn't originally supposed to be the Shaman. It was supposed to be Jeff Hardy, but yeah, he got released, so they had to replace him with Matt Riddle. And I'm looking for that. I'm looking to that. Imperium retained here. No, Imperium. It wasn't a tag title match. Matt Riddle and MSK won here. Let's talk about Grayson Waller. So AJ Styles made an appearance. Called up Waller. He challenged Waller to a match for New Year's Eve. Waller said no, but they're gonna have a match this week. This NXT tonight they're gonna have a match. Waller and AJ Styles. It's gonna main event the show, That's what I read. It's gonna main event the show tonight. Which with AJ Styles at NXT, yeah, I think it's the right call to have this match main event the show. With Styles there, it's no doubt about it. Like you can't even question it. Then we have the women's triple threat match. Cora Jade versus Raquel Gonzalez versus the champion Manuels. Now this match I thought was the weakest match of the night. I thought there was a lot of miscues and mistimings in this match. It was not a bad match, but I felt like, to me, Cora Jade is not polished, not ready yet. But she's only 20 years old. She's still very young, so she has a time lot to learn. She's still very young and she has to learn. There was some stuff where she was slow and there's some miscues, but she's 20 and she's getting better. But they're high on her. They see something with her. But Gonzalez was probably the best in this match. Mandy Rose, like, she's improved, but still she's a little slow. She does make mistakes. The finish of the match was, it was not a very good match. I mean, Mandy retained here, but we all knew Mandy was going to retain here. But I don't know. I don't think Mandy, like, Mandy could back it up with the mic and as a character, but in the ring work, as a legit champion, she cannot back it up. Like, I don't know. I don't know when the next takeover is. They need somebody. They need I don't know who's next in line. Kaylee Way, Io Shirai. I have no idea who's gonna be next in line for that women's title. And if it's Kaylee Way, I think the right thing to do is put a title on Kaylee Way. I think Mandy having the title is not Mandy having the title right now is, I don't think it's working. We'll see tonight what's next for Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose, and who's. I think if the schedule aligns with the past few years, there's gonna be a takeover in NXT pay-per-view in February, I believe. Sorry if I'm typing so. And then, if they do like last year, with the WrestleMania weekend, 2 takeover nights I don't know. Okay, like I don't know, guys. Like, but then let's get to the main event, which I really liked. Finally, I think this is the right call. Braun Breaker defeats Tommaso Ciampa. The Steiner Recliner makes Ciampa submit, become NXT's champion. I know there's a lot of controversy with the entrance when Braun Breaker smashed NXT logo. Like it's signaling a new era. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but so like I didn't care. But I'm glad he won. I think Braun Breaker is a star in the making. A lot of people like him. He could wrestle. He could definitely talk. He has a look. He looks like his father. Really does look like his father. But he has a bit of his uncle in him too. But you think, and his father's a Rick Steiner from the Steiner Brothers. You know, a legendary tag team, especially in the WCW days. I'm glad he's champion. I think this is the right move. The future of NXT is bright with Braun Breaker. The name is stupid. The name is not great, but you know what? Everything else about him, it's good. It's just a name. But I think it's starting. I'll be honest now. I think it's starting. The name is not becoming. It's becoming less of an issue now because of how good and he's becoming. So yeah, we'll see where the road goes from here with Braun Breaker starting tonight as NXT champion. And I heard there's gonna be a new belt. A new belt. I don't know if it's gonna be revealed today, but I heard there's gonna be a redesign of the NXT belt. You know what? I guess it makes sense since this is a brand new NXT brand. NXT 2.0 is a different brand than from the previous NXT, so it kind of makes sense to rebrand the belt. We'll see how it is. We'll see what it looks like if that's coming true or not. Let's get to AEW Dynamite. It's the So I think a lot of people are. I think look, the opening match was the title match. Hangman Page defending the AEW title against Bryan Dawson. Once again, it was a great match, but I think people were upset with the judges because it's Mark Henry, Big Show, and I forget who else, or Paul White. I think people are upset with that, but overall, it was a good match between them. It's, and what I'm glad about this match, we had a winner, a decisive winner, and that's Hangman Page retaining the title. We actually had an actual win this time. I really did like that. I mean, it was a great match. I mean, Bryan Dawson and Hangman Page, two of the best in the ring. I don't care anywhere in the world. Uh, and then let's talk about the women's title match: Jade Cargill versus Ruby Soho. And I thought this was a match. Jade Cargill has really improved. You know this title was really meant for her. They want me if from the start we all knew that this belt was gonna be for her because they want to keep her strong. They want to keep her strong and have her lose. When she loses, it'll be a big loss. It'll be like someone to build up a strong baby face to beat her. And unfortunately, Thunder Rosa, like they wanted to protect Thunder Rosa, obviously, and they wanted to protect Ruby Soho, right? And Ruby Soho, like Thunder Rosa, did a great job with Jade Cargill. It was a good match. You would think Ruby Soho would have the win here. Like Ruby Soho came close. The thing is, Jade Cargill did her finishing move off the second rope. That was a little slow. She struggled, but she managed to get it off. But it looked like a miscue there. Good thing Ruby was okay. And wasn't hurt. But Jade Cargill became new, well, not new, but the inaugural TBS Women's Champion. But that finishing move off the second rope was a little scary. Jade Cargill has gotten better, but she still has work to do. And we get to the main event. Lucha Brothers versus Jungle Boy. Well, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, better known as Jurassic Express. This was a good match too. Unfortunately, Ray Phoenix managed to dislocated his shoulder or something. And we all thought he broke his arm. We went to the hospital. But it's not. The good thing is it's not a broken arm. So he'll be back sooner rather than later. But he does get hurt a lot. So the good news is it's not as bad as we thought. But they did lose the titles to Jurassic Express. It's about time because Jurassic Express is over as way it's over as they're over as fuck, man, with the crowd, and it's great to see Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus finally get the title. Celebrate with Kristen, become new AEW champion. They've been on a roll lately. I mean, they have defeated Elite at the last pay-per-view. They've been rolling lately. I think this is the right move because they're over, man. I think it's a good idea to put the title on them. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Almost everybody at AEW is over to an extent, but Jurassic Express is over, like really, really over. I like this. All right. What's next? SmackDown. I did not watch Rampage. Or did I watch Rampage? I only watched some of Wrestle Kingdom, only some of it, so I can't comment. I did not watch Hard to Kill. I'm sorry. I just know some members of Ring of Honor invaded Impact. PCO, Maria and Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven and somebody else invaded Impact. I just know that. But let's get to SmackDown. So we open up with Brock Lesnar confronting Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Now this is what I didn't get. Paul Heyman, whose side are you on? The way this opening was going, like Brock Lesnar was like, "Shut up, Paul. What are you doing?" Like, Paul was like, who's sucking up? Whose side is Paul Heyman really on? Like who? Who is he gonna swerve Brock? Is he in cahoots with Roman? Or is this, I don't know, we'll find out. I think it's still destined. I think it is destined for them to face each other at WrestleMania. I think it's quite obvious. That's the rumor now that Brock will face Roman at WrestleMania for the title. I think that's the plan that cards right now. It's early. Things change. But yeah, then you got Cesaro. I forgot what happened in that match. I forgot what happened at SmackDown. Oh, the street fight in the main event. Oh, the main event. I did talk about the promo with Charlotte Flair. The street fight main event. New Day versus Usos. It was a good main event. Usos in a New Day always put up good matches. Street fight or whatever kind of match it was. No DQ basically. Usos won. Was good. And then I love the ending when they're fighting Roman Reigns an opponent and then knock on the door. Roman Reigns stands up and you see Seth Rollins walk up to him and Seth Rollins just goes I don't know, I can't do his laugh, but you know the laugh I'm talking about, right in front of Roman. Roman was like Roman. Seth Rollins Roman with the belt. I mean, I'm sorry. I just like really Seth Rollins. She's awesome, guys. But yeah. What else? Oh, let's talk Battle of the Belts. It was this Saturday, right? TNT title. This is so stupid. And we all know why Cody is out. So they had Dustin face the Sammy Guevara, and whoever wins becomes interim champion. I think that's so stupid. So what does this mean? Once Cody comes back, he has to give the title to Sammy. Has to give the title to Cody. I think that's really stupid. I don't know, man. No. If Sammy Guevara wins, he should be the champion. He should not be interim champion. That's the stupidest thing. To me, that logically does not make sense. And then we had the main event, Riho versus Britt Baker, which I really like. That's actually a good match. It looks like Riho was going to get the upper hand. It looks like Britt Baker's never defeated Riho. But Britt Baker hit her finishing move, but Riho kicked out. And Riho, Britt Baker put in the submission move, her finishing submission move. That's when Riho had to give up. Britt Baker retained. It looks like there's despite them celebrating together, it still looks like there's issues with her and Jamie Hayter, her kind of her partner, bodyguard, I guess. I guess you could call her that. But that closed the show to Battle of Belts. It's only about an hour. It was only an hour long. Because it was a special show. I think from now on, if you can do something like that, make it at least 2 hours and have every title in line. Because I'd rather see every title in line. On a show that's called Battle of the Belts. And I have a runny nose, so I have sorry, my belly button. You still see my belly button, huh? I have a runny nose, so I'll be right back in a few seconds later. Alright, I'm back. It was only a few seconds. That was Battle of the Belts this past Saturday. Let's get to the WWE Release Management, and specifically NXT. So as you know, last week, WWE has released a lot of NXT Management. I'll name up some of the names I know. Road Dogg, Jesse James. William Regal. Scott Armstrong. Yeah. Scott Armstrong and Road Dogg, Jesse James are brothers. They've been released. As you know, Road Dogg was a headliner for Smackdown, and then he got assigned to NXT. William Regal was a general manager and the head of NXT for about, I don't know, really long time. For like 4 to 6 years around. And yeah, and I guess since it's the new NXT, there really was no need for William Regal because they went NXT 2.0, they went in a different direction. His last show was like in August, and he was involved in the Karrion Kross Samoa Joe storyline. As you remember. But yeah, I mean, William Regal, the guy has the mind that this guy has for the business, his mind for the business, and he's an asset to any company, an asset to any company that wants to use him. And oh my God, can you imagine him as a manager? He could be such a dangerous manager. Have him as a manager and have him the brass knuckles like he has when he was a wrestler in WWE, as brass knuckles, and it gets involved, interferes in matches, and hits his opponents with the brass knuckles or something. I don't know. You could do something like that. Now Samoa Joe once again released in pretty much less than a year, twice. Second time release. Obviously he won the title, but he had to be thinking shit because concussions, and he hasn't been cleared since, I guess, in terms of WWE. But he's been released once again, and I don't know. He may be now. He's allowed to wrestle. He can wrestle if he wants because he's not gonna be looked by his doctors. He can make his own decisions. I think if he wants to continue wrestling, if he thinks he's healthy enough, he'd be an asset to any company. Man, if he goes to AEW, I want to see Tim align himself with Taz. Taz needs that dangerous. I know he has Brian Cage, Will Hobbs, Ricky Starks, but he needs that dangerous. Not Cage anymore. Cage is not part of them. But he needs a dangerous alpha in his group. And I think Samoa Joe, they have a connection from Impact. Samoa Joe would be perfect for it if AEW goes after Samoa Joe. I think that'd be the right. I think AEW needs to go after Samoa Joe. He's a big time free agent on the market. Him and Jeff Hardy are probably the two top right now. And yeah, AEW Impact, whatever. I'll go after Samoa Joe because yeah, Samoa Joe's a monster, man. Monster. All right. So let's see this. Okay. Talk about Raw last night. Oh, Jay Wright's gonna be an Impact tapings. The next round of tapings, Jay Wright's gonna be there. Okay, Raw last night. I didn't think it was a bad show. We got new champions, tag team champions. Alpha Academy defeated RK Bro. I think this is the beginning of a breakup between the two. Orton turns on Riddle. They're gonna have a match at WrestleMania. We're gonna go in more detail later on. I think that's what's gonna happen. We have the opening segment. Okay, I'm not gonna go all through Raw. We have looks like Rhea Ripley. Nikki Cross's team is done. They tried to make up. Rhea Ripley tried to make up with Nikki Cross. When Rhea Ripley went like this, Nikki Cross was gonna go like this, but she punched Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley fell to the ground, and she started to pound on Rhea Ripley. And looks like Nikki Cross, ASH, is gonna turn heel. So ASV, almost a super villain. So we have a heel turn from Nikki ASH as a right now. We have Seth Rollins on Big E with a match. Seth Rollins cut a great promo. I really love this promo. His match with Big E was very good. Very good. I don't know what this does for Big E since he took the loss. I don't know where his value is now. I don't know if he's going to... I don't know where he's going to enter the Royal Rumble, but it was a good match between the two. The cutting edge segment with Edge and Beth Phoenix having a cutting edge, and Miz and Maurice came up, and Edge says he has a lot of respect for the Miz and Maurice, but Beth Phoenix calls Maurice basically a coward and stuff, and Maurice just walks out on Miz. Miz is like defending his wife, but Maurice just walks away backstage. And then we got the main event: Doudrop versus Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan to whoever becomes the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship at Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch was at the announce table, and she was not having anything with Brian Saxton. Brian Saxton was egging her on, and she was getting annoyed with them. And this match was actually really, really good between the two. It was a good triple threat match. The power, the athleticism, the moves, the Hurricanrana, the 450 power bombs. It's just a great match. It was a good match. Doudrop managed to get to win. It looks like Bianca Belair was get to win, but Becky Lynch came in, cost Bianca Belair the match. In a triple threat match, there's no DQ, so she's allowed to do that. And that's what Doudrop managed to get the win on Liv Morgan. And then Doudrop's gonna face Becky Lynch at Royal Rumble for World Women's Championship. Tonight, Grayson Waller takes on AJ Styles in the main event, so I'll let you guys know. And that's going to be my stream for today. It's not as long because there's not a lot of people in the comments or whatever, but yeah, not as long. I did it on purpose, but here you go, guys. This is what I think, guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
So yeah, so plugs. Watch my stream from yesterday. My good friend Jordan, not Jordan, that's his name, Blind Braille. We talked about Batman stuff. Check out my video about Nightwing. I made a video like a day or two before the Nightwing rumors, the Robin rumors really started to blow up. So check that out. Thursday, I'm gonna do a special video. We're gonna talk about Bob Saget, and we're gonna talk about Full House. Okay, and we're gonna talk about Full House in honor of Bob Saget. So yes, like, share, subscribe, comment below, and with that, enjoy NXT. AEW is out.